All right, ladies and gentlemen, consider this EdPuzzle your Unit 8 test review. If you can do everything on this EdPuzzle, test is going to be a piece of cake. Well, let's get started here. The first part of your test is vocabulary. You will need to, multiple choice questions, you will need to be able to identify what figure it is that I'm talking about. So I'll highlight them and you name them as we go. So there's two different two different circles because I don't want to totally mess up one circle and make it hard to read. So I'm looking for what is segment CA? This segment right here. What would you call that? Choose the correct answer. Okay, number 2. What would you call? There we go. What would you call angle DCE? Okay, now we're switching to an arc. Notice the difference in the notation here at the top. Arc FA, it's got a little bit of a curvy thing instead of a straight segment across the top. Arc FA. What would be the best name for that? Okay, number 4, segment GH. That's down here in this triangle. Segment GH. What would you call that? Okay, number 5 is also down in this triangle. What is angle GHI? Number 6, what is arc F? Whoops, let's try that again. What is arc FBE? The order of the letter shows you the order you should be walking around the circle. Number 7, what is arc FDB? FDB. And then the last one, what is segment BA? Okay. All right, that's the end of the vocabulary. Moving right along. All right, find the measure of the indicated arc or angle. So you're either going to be given an angle and asked to find the arc, or you're going to be given an arc and asked to find an angle. This is a central angle. So we are looking for the intercepted arc measure. All right, central angles and arc measures are exactly the same. So this is a 135-degree arc. Same thing here, just backwards. Okay, the arc is 140 degrees, so the angle that cuts it off also is 140 degrees. All right, a little bit more complicated picture, but it is pretty much the same thing. Find the measure of angle SQU. So SQU. You're looking for this angle back here. Okay, so for this one, you just add up the two pieces, 35 degrees and 70 degrees. That angle is 105 degrees. Okay, find the measure of arc EGI. So the order here is important. E, then G to I. So we're going the long way. All the way around E, G to I. Okay, find that arc measure. Okay, so for this one, you could add up all of the pieces, and that would be your answer. I'm going to take, not really a shortcut, but I'm going to take 360 degrees and subtract off the 80 back here that I didn't care about. So that's 280 degrees. Okay, excuse me. Switching to inscribed angles, the angles that are pulled back onto the circle. I am looking for the angle back here at E that cuts off the 92-degree arc. Okay, an inscribed angle is half the measure of the arc that it cuts off. So if that arc is 92 degrees, 92 divided by 2, that angle is 46 degrees. Okay, you're reversing what I just said. You've got the angle, now you're trying to find the arc, this piece out here. All right, so in this case, multiply by 2, 104 degrees. All right, this one is, I wouldn't really say it's trickier, but you're not given the information flat out that you were given in the last one. So you're trying to find this angle back here. You need this arc measure out here. Find that and then do what you do. All right, so the angle, let's see, what is that? 55. You take 360, or how I did, I took 360 and I subtracted off the 2 arcs that I had here. That's 250 total. So the arc out here, the purple arc between B and C, is 110, and you divide it by 2 to get the angle. There's not going to be one like that's on the test, but I bet if you took your time and focused on the triangle that's inside this circle, you could probably figure it out to get this arc out here. Okay, so the angles total 110 degrees, and there's 180 degrees in a circle, so this angle has to be 70, which means this arc out here is 140. All right, this is our most recent lesson, the chord relationships. Take a second and find this. That missing chord is 18. Okay, you multiply, sorry for using the highlighter here, you multiply together the pieces of the chord. Okay, so 8x equals 9 times 16, so that's 8x equals, what is that, 90, 54, 144. So when you divide, 18. All right, last one. This one is also 18. Weird. So, excuse me. You multiply together the pieces of each chord to get your equation. So this is 10x equals 180. Divide by 10. X is 18. Your test is going to be a Google form. So on these where you have to set up and solve an equation, you do not need to put X in your answer, just 18 or whatever the answer might be.